This is the upside down triangle that I like to call the Hollywood bet. And I'm right now falling somewhere in the top here, and I'm gonna make my way down. The odds are against you though, but are you gonna keep going? Come on, come with me and let's see what the odds are on the Hollywood bet. So first of all, you got 11,000 scripts coming to all these Hollywood studios. That's a lot of writers. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of scripts. All right. And out of those, you're going to get about 25 to 30 of them that actually get picked up. So we're talking about a quarter of 1% to just get past this stage. And that's just to get your script picked up. All right. So now you get past this stage, you got another level to go to. All right. Here, trying to make yourself to go to Sundance or any relevant festival nowadays. We're talking about 17,000, minimum 14,000. And this is the people who actually made their videos, made their movies, made their shorts, made the 20, 30-minute movie, getting it ready to go to the next level. All right. And only 2% of those people would get picked up. So we're talking about 160 are selected to actually even be featured. Do you have the tenacity to even make it to that level? So first, we got 11,000 scripts, only 25 people get picked up. And out of these 25, 3 or 4 of them are already established. They already got picked from last time. All right? So that brings your percentage as new even further. All right? And these big Hollywood guys, the top 5, if you don't know the big 5, you got to look that up for yourself. They get about 100 scripts, and they purchase them. They take them in, they read them, have a whole layout, rewrites, call you back, general meetings, all that. They do all that for you. But they only make about 3 or 4 of those guys. So yeah, you go through all this level and only about 3 or 4 of them get made. Do you have the tenacity to survive that aspect? And we're talking about 3% chance that your film's gonna get made. It's not over yet. All right. Now we got 6 to 20 movies by these indie film lovers and film studios. And they're making 6 to 20 movies. Are you going to be one of them? Possibly. But let's talk about the big dogs. The big dogs, they're making about 100. And that's the majors. So think about that. 3 made from the 100 scripts, and they're making about 100. So imagine how many scripts that is. We're talking about 300-400 scripts that get greenlit. Some of them get canceled right before, right in the middle. Some of them get canceled right after. So the odds again are against you. But check it out though. The reason they do this is because 36 to 40% of them actually make a profit. That's amazing. But it's not over yet. All right? We're talking about 1,100 releases. And out of those 1,100 releases, we're not done yet. We're talking about wide releases. That's worldwide right there, full distribution. And only about 600 get those. And for it to be considered, we're talking about thousands of theaters, 2,500 theaters. That's like a good round number, and you can consider yourself wide release if you get that. It's not over yet. Just because you got your movie released, it's not over yet. We all know this. So, to be considered successful, you need to take that 600 movies that's made with your 55% chance that you're going to get worldwide distribution. And out of that, we need what's called a return for the investment. And usually it's 2 to 3 times what was actually invested. Don't forget marketing costs and the budget for the actual film. And that, we're talking about only 5% of those movies come back super successful. Now, successful could be critical acclaim, cultural hits, a community, or just straight box office. It's up to you to be what's considered successful. Sometimes winning awards. You know, that'll lead up to another movie for you and your company or your film crew, whatever, right? But check it out, though. Out of that, we're talking about only 30 films even make it to that level. And that's a 5% chance of that 600 to get your movie to that level. And that level is making 2 to 5 to 3 to 4% times more than what was invested in that film. All right? But it's not only for the big dogs. We have little films down here too. Low cost, but highly profitable. We spend about $7 million to make it, $12 million to make it. Boom. A movie made $50 million. Wow, that's very successful. But the truly massively successful films are the ones that everybody talks about. And we're talking about the $100 million boys. And there's only 10 or so of those films. So we're talking about 1,100 releases, and about 10 of them can even get close to 100 million after all the budgeting and all the financing and the whole cast and crew and the whole company. That's a lot. Still against you. Oh, we're not done yet. All right. Now we got, you're in the echelon here. You see this little black dot down here, this little triangle? That's the $1 billion club. And in 2024, there was only like 3 of those guys. If you want to know what those 3 are, you got to just look that up yourself. But only 3. That's crazy. All right. And we got like another 3 to 6 that get close to $1 billion, like even Bad Boys. That was a pretty massively successful film, close to $1 billion. Not bad. But the other 3 are like cartoons and stuff. All right. Little side tidbit. Even though 1,100 releases sounds like a lot, don't forget about Bollywood. 2,500 films coming out of India every year. That's a lot of movies. So that means America, we got a long way to go, buddy. So even though we're getting 11,000 scripts, we need more. Even though we're only getting a 3% chance of the big 5 picking us up, we still need more. All right? And once your film gets picked up to actually be made by an indie or a major or your own studio, you got a 36 to 40% of that being successful. Here's the kicker. When you reach that 36 to 40% success, at the end of the day, this whole thing right here, it's a high risk business. Why would you get into it? Simply because you put out 10 films a year, one of them becomes successful and actually cleans the slate for the other 9. And you just keep repeating it. You just keep repeating it, and you become massively successful as your own studio. Now, this system here, it's almost broken. I'm sorry to say it's almost broken. Hollywood is really trying to redefine this whole system here, playing with the numbers and trying to really figure out what's going on. Because now you got streaming. The war of the streamers is coming, guys. And this has a lot to do with it. The way we consume movies and consume shows, that's changing. All right? Now that I own my own micro studio and I'm making little tiny AI films to draw up some buzz, then I'm making real films from cast and crew after they watch the little AI version to get a feel for exactly what we're looking for. And then we have a couple of fans that actually like what they see. All right? The community is part of the growth. All right? That doesn't really get done here. This is straight numbers. The Hollywood bet. It's a pretty good bet. If you could start up here, 11,000 scripts, 17,000 short movies made. Big 5 probably make 3 to 5 of them. Next, they'll release like 1,100 of them, 600 of them full all around the world. Out of those 600, you might get 30 of them to make you millions and millions of dollars. And if you're lucky with that little tiny percent, it might be one of those that make $1 billion. All right? Yeah, of course, the odds are against you. That's why it's the Hollywood bet. Will you take that bet? Shoot. As a micro studio, making the Hour Back series in the Hour Back universe, time travel sci-fi type stuff, man, I'm going to take that bet all day long. Peace.